Behind California's shimmering facade lies a hidden struggle. Streets crowded with makeshift shelters where hope falters, and survival becomes a daily battle. In this shadow, addiction thrives as a desperate escape from the relentless grip of poverty and hunger. This isn't just homelessness. It's a humanitarian crisis calling for urgent action. California, the land of dreams and innovation, hides a troubling reality on its streets. Tent cities stretch along footpaths, shelters are overflowing, and individuals struggle to survive in the shadows of luxury. For many, hunger leads them to dumpsters, while despair drives others toward addiction. Beneath the state's golden glow lies an unseen crisis, a fight for survival in a place known for opportunity. This is the untold story of those living on the edge in the Golden State. Subscribe to Globe Path and join us as we uncover hidden truths and bring awareness to issues that matter. Together, we can be the voice for change. California, often celebrated as the land of opportunity and innovation, faces a growing crisis that starkly contrasts with its reputation. In 2025, the state is home to over 187,000 homeless individuals, making up nearly a quarter of the entire homeless population in the United States. This alarming figure highlights the severity of the issue in a state known for its wealth, technological advancements, and cultural influence. The streets of California, from Los Angeles to San Francisco, are lined with makeshift tents and encampments, a visible reminder of the thousands who struggle to survive each day. For many, the dream of stability and prosperity has turned into a daily battle for basic necessities like food, water, and shelter. The crisis is not just a statistic, it is a human tragedy unfolding in one of the wealthiest regions in the world. Despite California's booming economy, the state's housing market has become increasingly unaffordable. Skyrocketing rents and a lack of affordable housing options have pushed countless individuals and families onto the streets. Even those with full-time jobs find themselves unable to keep up with the rising cost of living, leaving them vulnerable to homelessness. The crisis is further compounded by systemic issues such as mental health challenges and addiction. Many individuals experiencing homelessness struggle with untreated mental health conditions, while others turn to substances as a way to cope with the harsh realities of life on the streets. These factors create a vicious cycle that is difficult to break without comprehensive support and intervention. California's homelessness crisis is a stark reminder of the growing inequality in a state that symbolizes opportunity for so many. It is a call to action for policymakers, communities, and individuals to address the root causes of this issue and work towards sustainable solutions. The time to act is now, as the Golden State's image of prosperity and innovation cannot truly shine while so many of its residents are left in the shadows. Rising housing costs. California's housing costs have spiraled out of control, making it one of the least affordable states in the U.S. In 2025, the average rent for a two-bedroom apartment has climbed above $2,500 per month, while the median home price exceeds $773,000. These soaring costs have pushed countless low-income families and individuals into homelessness. For many, rent now consumes more than 50% of their income, leaving them unable to cover other necessities like food and health care. Even full-time workers in low-wage industries find themselves priced out of stable housing, with the annual income needed to afford a modest two-bedroom apartment exceeding $81,000. The housing supply gap only worsens the crisis. The state requires over 2.5 million new housing units to meet demand, yet affordable housing development continues to fall short. This shortage intensifies competition, further driving up prices and displacing vulnerable populations. California must address this crisis with urgent investment in affordable housing, rent protections, and supportive policies to prevent more families from ending up on the streets. Daily struggles for survival. For California's homeless population, survival is a relentless battle against hunger, thirst, and the loss of dignity. In 2025, the streets of cities like Los Angeles and San Francisco are lined with makeshift tents, but these fragile shelters offer little protection from the harsh realities of life on the streets. Scavenging for food. Hunger is a constant companion for those without a home. Many homeless individuals are forced to scavenge through dumpsters behind restaurants, searching for discarded scraps of food. Half-eaten meals, expired groceries, and leftovers become their only source of sustenance. Soup kitchens and food banks provide some relief, but the demand far outweighs the supply, leaving many to fend for themselves in a city that often overlooks their plight. Desperate for water. Access to clean drinking water is another daily struggle. Public restrooms become lifelines where individuals fill bottles from sinks to quench their thirst. Others resort to collecting rainwater in makeshift containers, hoping it will be enough to get them through the day. In a state known for its innovation and wealth, the lack of access to such a basic necessity is a stark reminder of the inequality that persists. Hygiene as a luxury. Maintaining hygiene is an almost impossible challenge. Public restrooms and rare mobile shower services are often overcrowded, leaving many without the opportunity to clean themselves. Makeshift shelters offer no privacy, and the lack of access to soap, clean clothes, or sanitary facilities strips individuals of their dignity. For women, the absence of menstrual hygiene products adds another layer of hardship, making an already difficult situation even more unbearable. Daily struggles are not just about survival. They are about the erosion of humanity. The fight for food, water, and cleanliness highlights the urgent need for systemic change. California's homeless crisis is not just a statistic. It is a human tragedy that demands compassion, action, and sustainable solutions. Mental health and addiction. Mental health and addiction, a vicious cycle of California's homelessness. Mental health and addiction are deeply tied to homelessness in California. In 2025, nearly 48% of the homeless population struggles with untreated conditions like depression, PTSD, or schizophrenia. Without access to affordable care, these issues worsen, making recovery and stability nearly impossible. Substance use, particularly fentanyl and methamphetamine, is prevalent, with 35% of the homeless population reporting regular drug use. For many, drugs are a coping mechanism to escape the trauma of life on the streets. However, addiction often leads to devastating overdoses, now one of the leading causes of death among the homeless. Access to treatment remains a critical challenge. Many who seek help face long waiting lists, high costs, or limited availability, leaving them trapped in a cycle of dependency. Breaking this cycle requires affordable mental health services, integrated care, and harm reduction programs to offer hope and a path to recovery. Drugs and alcohol, a life on the edge for many of California's homeless. The escape from daily struggles begins with a single dose or drink. On the streets, methamphetamine keeps people awake and alert in unsafe conditions, while fentanyl, a silent killer, claims lives through devastating overdoses. Alcohol offers fleeting warmth, but it drags many deeper into despair. Substance use is often a desperate attempt to numb the pain of hunger, trauma, and isolation. Yet, this relief turns into chains of addiction, tightening with every passing day. Those seeking help face insurmountable barriers, overcrowded clinics, costly treatment, and long waiting lists. The result? A vicious cycle that keeps many trapped, unable to rise above their circumstances. Breaking this cycle means addressing the root causes with compassion, affordable treatments, outreach programs, and harm reduction initiatives to restore hope to those lost in the grip of addiction. Behind every statistic is a story waiting for a second chance. Let's make that chance a reality. Ripple effects on society. Homelessness in California extends far beyond those directly affected, creating widespread challenges for communities. Impact on children. Homeless children face a disrupted education, often switching schools or missing classes entirely due to unstable living conditions. This instability leads to developmental delays, making it harder for these children to succeed academically and socially, increasing their chances of remaining in poverty as adults. Healthcare overload. Hospitals and emergency services are stretched thin, managing preventable crises like untreated illnesses or substance abuse emergencies. Without access to regular healthcare, minor ailments among the homeless escalate into serious conditions, putting additional strain on already overwhelmed systems. Urban decay and distrust.
Remaining in poverty as adults. Healthcare overload. Hospitals and emergency services are stretched thin, managing preventable crises like untreated illnesses or substance abuse emergencies. Without access to regular health care, minor ailments among the homeless escalate into serious conditions, putting additional strain on already overwhelmed systems. Urban decay and distrust. Tent encampments and makeshift shelters contribute to urban decay, making neighborhoods feel unsafe and less inviting. This impacts local businesses and decreases community trust, as residents feel disconnected from one another, often reinforcing stigmas about homelessness efforts and initiatives. Tackling California homelessness crisis. California has launched several impactful programs to address its homelessness crisis, focusing on providing housing, support services, and accountability Measure H. This initiative directs funding toward housing, job training, and mental health care. In 2025, Measure H continues to play a vital role in helping individuals transition from homelessness to stability. By investing in long-term solutions, the program aims to reduce the number of people living on the streets and provide them with the tools to rebuild their lives. Project Roomkey. This program converts vacant hotel rooms into temporary shelters, offering immediate relief to those without a place to stay. In 2025, Project Roomkey has expanded its reach, providing thousands of individuals with safe and secure accommodations. The initiative not only addresses the urgent need for shelter, but also connects participants with supportive services to help them transition into permanent housing. These efforts highlight California's commitment to combating homelessness through innovative and compassionate solutions. However, the state recognizes that sustained progress requires accountability, community involvement, and continued investment in affordable housing and support systems. Long-term solutions for California's homelessness crisis require bold and compassionate actions. Expanding affordable housing is crucial to provide stability for low-income individuals and families. Alongside this, making mental health care and addiction treatment accessible and affordable is key to addressing the underlying causes that keep many trapped in the cycle of homelessness. Community-driven efforts, including volunteer outreach and local initiatives, play a vital role in rebuilding lives. By coming together, individuals and organizations can provide resources, support, and a sense of belonging to those in need. Above all, lasting change demands compassion and unity. When we approach this crisis with empathy and action, we can restore hope and dignity to thousands, paving the way for a more inclusive and equitable future in the Golden State. Homelessness in California is more than a crisis. It's a challenge that defines the values and spirit of the state. Lives are being lost, opportunities missed, and dignity eroded in one of the wealthiest regions in the world. This issue demands immediate attention, empathy, and a united effort. The time to act is now. Californians must rise to the challenge with compassion and determination, creating lasting solutions that address the root causes of homelessness. Together, through affordable housing, accessible healthcare, and community-driven support, we can restore hope and rebuild lives. California's strength has always been its resilience and innovation. Let's use these qualities to ensure no one is left behind and the Golden State shines bright for all. If you found this video insightful, make sure to subscribe to World Discovery Path for more stories that reveal hidden truths and explore critical issues. Together, we can spark change and build a better future.